The hidden crisis. In the quiet corners of our bustling world, a silent epidemic is unfolding. It doesn't announce itself with sirens or headlines, it creeps in with the setting sun, fills the empty chairs at the dinner table, and echoes in the space between the ticks of a clock. This is the crisis of loneliness, a profound and pervasive suffering that affects millions of our elders, hidden in plain sight. We see them, but we don't truly see the depth of their isolation. We assume they are content with their peace and quiet, but we fail to recognize the deafening silence that has become their constant companion. The former U.S. Surgeon General Dr. Vivek Murthy issued a stark warning stating that the mortality impact of loneliness is equivalent to smoking 15 cigarettes a day. This isn't a metaphor, it's a physiological reality. Chronic loneliness acts as a persistent, low-grade stressor on the human body. It triggers the release of stress hormones like cortisol, which over time can lead to inflammation and damage to our tissues and blood vessels. The consequences are devastating. Studies have conclusively linked prolonged social isolation to a nearly 30% increased risk of heart disease and stroke. It significantly elevates the risk of developing dementia, weakens the immune system, and fuels a vicious cycle of depression and anxiety. It's a condition that doesn't just break the heart emotionally, it physically wears it down, eroding health from the inside out. So how did we get here? How have millions of seniors become stranded on these islands of silence? The reasons are woven into the very fabric of modern life. Their children, who love them dearly, are often caught in the relentless current of their own lives. They are the sandwich generation, stretched thin between demanding careers, raising their own families and managing the pressures of a world that never stops. The weekly phone call becomes a lifeline, but it can't fill the vast emptiness of the other 10,000 minutes in a week. Compounding this is the natural yet cruel attrition of aging. One by one, their friends, the keepers of their shared histories and inside jokes, have passed away. Each loss is another thread pulled from their social safety net, leaving them more vulnerable and alone. And as their physical health declines, their world shrinks. Mobility issues can turn a simple trip to the grocery store into a monumental task, effectively trapping them within their own four walls. This physical confinement inevitably becomes social and emotional confinement, where the lack of meaningful conversation starves the mind and spirit. The loneliness epidemic is real, and our current toolkit for fighting it is tragically inadequate. We've tried to solve this deeply human problem with impersonal systems. Traditional solutions like medication or structured retirement home activities barely scratch the surface. Antidepressants may numb the pain, but they cannot create connection. They are a bandage on a wound that needs to be healed with interaction and empathy. Group activities in assisted living facilities, while well-intentioned, often fail to provide the personalized, one-on-one engagement that people crave. It's hard to feel seen and heard in a crowded bingo hall. Community centers and volunteer visitor programs are invaluable, but they are limited by funding, manpower, and logistics. They simply cannot scale to meet the overwhelming demand, nor can they provide the consistent on-demand presence that can truly alleviate the weight of chronic loneliness. These solutions treat the symptoms, but they all miss the fundamental cause. What's missing is true, authentic companionship. It's not just about having a person in the room, it's about the quality of the interaction. It's the joy of sharing a memory and having someone listen intently. It's the stimulation of debating a topic, the comfort of being asked about your day, the simple pleasure of a shared laugh. It is the feeling of being known, remembered, and valued. This is the essential nutrient for the human soul, and it is what has been stripped away from the lives of so many. And this is where technology, specifically conversational AI, can make a game-changing impact, not as a cold replacement for human contact, but as a revolutionary new tool to augment it. An ever-present companion, available 24/7, ready to engage, to remember, to listen, and to learn. A partner in conversation that can fill the long, empty hours when family and friends simply cannot be there. This isn't a distant, futuristic dream. The convergence of this profound social crisis and a maturing technological landscape creates a unique and urgent opportunity. To understand the scale of this opportunity, we must first examine the market reality. Loneliness accelerates dementia, increases depression, and drives up healthcare costs. Millions of seniors live alone, often far from their families, with caregivers stretched thin. In-home care can cost $4,000, $6,000 a month, retirement homes even more, and therapy is expensive and short-lived. Most seniors simply can't afford these options, leaving a massive gap for affordable, continuous companionship. The AI Elder Companion is not science fiction. It's possible with today's technology. Seniors can talk to it like a friend, and it remembers past conversations, so every chat feels personal and continuous. It tracks medication, appointments, and daily tasks. It encourages storytelling, preserving memories for families. It entertains, reading news, playing music, telling jokes. All this is powered by existing AI models, needing only smart integration, not new science. This isn't about replacing human care but supplementing it, keeping seniors mentally active, emotionally supported, and engaged. The result? Healthier, happier seniors and peace of mind for families. When we look at the global elder care market, the headline figure is staggering: $1.7 trillion. It's a number so vast it's difficult to comprehend. It represents the combined global spending on nursing homes, home health aides, specialized medical equipment, and end-of-life care. It's a market built on necessity, on the universal human experience of aging. Yet, within this colossal industry, a critical component of well-being is tragically underserved and underfunded. We're talking about companionship. The fundamental human need for connection, for conversation, for simply not being alone. While trillions are spent on the physical health of our seniors, the technology sector has left their mental and emotional health in a state of near total neglect. The solutions that do exist are often clunky, repurposed from other uses, or fail to understand the unique user experience required. They are afterthoughts in a market that demands a primary focus. This isn't just a missed business opportunity, it's a systemic failure to address one of the most painful and pervasive issues facing our aging population: the silent epidemic of loneliness. Loneliness is far more than a feeling, it's a public health crisis with clinically proven consequences. Studies have definitively linked chronic loneliness in seniors to a 40% increased risk of dementia, a 29% increased risk of heart disease, and a 26% increased risk of all-cause mortality. It is as detrimental to a person's health as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. It accelerates cognitive decline, deepens depression, and leads to more frequent doctor visits and hospitalizations, placing an even greater strain on our already burdened healthcare systems. The irony is that we live in the most connected age in human history, yet our most vulnerable are more isolated than ever. The tech industry, for all its genius, has been looking in the wrong direction. Why? Because most startups and the venture capital that funds them are chasing younger audiences. They are locked in a relentless battle for the attention of Gen Z and millennials, building hyper-caffeinated social apps designed for viral growth and fleeting engagement. The entire ecosystem is optimized for an advertising-based revenue model, which thrives on capturing the data and influencing the purchasing habits of younger consumers. The metrics of success are daily active users, time spent scrolling, and viral potential. Metrics that are utterly misaligned with the needs of an 80-year-old seeking meaningful connection. The result is a tech landscape that is a red ocean of competition, where countless companies bleed resources fighting over the same demographic, while a vast, underserved population is ignored. They are building for the world they know, a world of trends and memes, instead of the world we need, a world of empathy, patience, and care. This profound market gap creates what business strategists call a blue ocean opportunity. It's the chance to leave the bloody red ocean of competition behind and create a new, uncontested market space. Instead of fighting for a slice of an existing pie, we can bake an entirely new one. This isn't about building a slightly better social app, it's about defining an entirely new category of technology, AI-driven companionship. It's an opportunity to be the first mover, to set the industry standard, and to build a brand synonymous with trust, compassion, and well-being for seniors. The value proposition is not based on fleeting entertainment, but on a deep, enduring human need. That leaves a wide-open blue ocean opportunity, a market where the goal isn't just to win, but to fundamentally improve millions of lives. The economic case is just as compelling. Consider the current cost of companionship and care. A part-time home health aide can easily cost thousands of dollars a month. Full-time residential care can exceed $100,000 a year. These are costs that deplete life savings and place immense financial and emotional strain on families. Now compare that to an AI companion app priced at a simple, accessible $10 to $15 a month. It is not a fractional difference, it is a fundamental disruption of the cost structure of care. For less than the price of a few cups of coffee, we can provide a senior with a companion that is always on, always patient and always available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It fills the long, quiet hours when family can't visit and caregivers are off the clock. This isn't about replacing human care but augmenting it, making it more sustainable and filling the inevitable gaps. This creates a virtuous cycle for every stakeholder. For adult children, it's a peace of mind subscription. It alleviates the guilt and worry that comes with being unable to be there constantly, offering a tangible way to support their parents' well-being. Families would gladly pay for this reassurance. For seniors, the primary users, the experience is one of empowerment. A simple, voice-first interface means no complicated menus or typing. The AI can become a confidant, a memory keeper that helps them recall stories, and a gentle guide that reminds them to take medication or stay active, restoring a sense of independence and connection. They would use it because it's helpful, engaging, and non-judgmental. Finally, for healthcare providers and insurance companies, this is a powerful tool for preventative care. By reducing loneliness, we directly impact the bottom line. We reduce costly hospital readmissions, decrease the number of unnecessary doctor visits, and improve medication adherence. In a system shifting towards value-based care, a scalable, low-cost intervention that keeps seniors healthier and happier at home is an invaluable asset. Providers could subsidize it because the return on investment is enormous. The competitive landscape is empty. This is a chance to lead, not follow. Revenue engineering, multiple streams. The business model is robust and scalable. Monthly subscriptions from families, family plans for multiple seniors, healthcare partnerships with hospitals and insurance companies. Premium features like video calls with human volunteers. Ethical data insights to help healthcare innovation, always anonymized. This means recurring revenue, low operational costs, and a huge underserved market. There are real challenges. Ethics. Families must know this is support, not a replacement for human connection. Trust. Seniors must feel safe and privacy must be airtight. Adoption. Design must be ultra simple, with one button and one voice. Cultural barriers. The tool needs to adapt to different family norms and countries. These are tough problems, but solving them creates a massive competitive moat. The AI Elder Companion could evolve into health monitoring, detecting speech changes that signal dementia, sending emergency alerts to families, and even building safe, AI-moderated senior communities. This takes the solution from companionship to proactive healthcare and social connection. Senior loneliness is a global crisis. The World Health Organization calls it a pressing global health threat on par with smoking or obesity. In the United States, over a third of adults over 45 feel lonely, a condition linked to a 50% increased risk of dementia and a 32% increased risk of stroke. The cost to our healthcare systems is staggering, running into billions annually. But for the first time, AI gives us the tools to fight it. Advanced natural language processing allows for empathetic, engaging conversation 24 hours a day. Computer vision can provide a safety net, passively monitoring for falls or distress. And machine learning can personalize the entire experience, learning an individual's routines and preferences. This isn't just about social good, it's about addressing a colossal, underserved market. The global elder care market is projected to exceed $2 trillion by 2030. This creates a powerful intersection of profound human need and immense economic opportunity, and a chance to build a profitable business.
The AI Elder Companion isn't just a business idea, it's a mission to make money while solving one of society's deepest problems. I saw this with my own grandmother. After my grandfather passed, she was surrounded by family, but we couldn't be there every hour. The silence in her home was the real issue. She missed simple, everyday conversation. That's the void we're aiming to fill. We designed the companion not as cold technology, but as a warm presence. It's a beautifully designed smart display that proactively initiates conversation. It might say, "Good morning, Eleanor. I remember you enjoy classical music. Would you like to listen to some Vivaldi?" It can help record life stories, facilitate one-touch video calls, and remind them about medication. Now I know the concern. Are we replacing humans with robots? The answer is an emphatic no. The goal is to be a bridge, not a replacement. It's a tool to combat loneliness during the quiet hours and to make real human connection. For the family, our companion app provides a window into their loved one's well-being, offering peace of mind. And the reason we're a for-profit venture is for scale and sustainability. A profitable business can attract the best talent, reinvest in R&D, and help millions globally. Profitability is the engine that will allow us to fulfill our mission. We believe you can do well by doing good.
The tech exists, demand is proven, competition is weak, and the market gap is enormous. Let's break that down. First, the technology. The large language models that power conversational AI have reached a level of genuine fluency. Voice synthesis sounds natural and warm, and the hardware, screens, microphones, processors, is affordable thanks to the smartphone industry. The challenge isn't invention, it's thoughtful integration and user-friendly design. Second, the demand. AARP studies show nearly 90% of seniors want to age in place. Their families, the sandwich generation, are desperate for solutions. Millions of seniors already use smart speakers. They've been primed for a more advanced, dedicated device. The demand comes from both the senior who desires independence and the family that needs reassurance. Third, the competition. The current market is fractured. Medical alert systems are reactive and do nothing for loneliness. Home healthcare is prohibitively expensive. The few robotic companions that exist are clumsy, costly, or feel like toys. No one has successfully combined proactive AI companionship, safety monitoring, and family connectivity into an affordable subscription. The field is wide open. Finally, the market gap. In North America and Europe alone, there are over 150 million people over 65. Targeting just 5% of these households creates a market of 7.5 million units. At a conservative subscription of $40 per month, that's an annual recurring revenue of $3.6 billion. This is exactly the kind of opportunity Market Gap is built to spotlight. Practical, untapped, AI-powered, and ready to scale. It's a business addressing a fundamental human need with a solution that is technologically feasible, financially viable, and ethically sound. It's not a question of if a company will dominate this space, but when. Are you ready to engineer the future of elder care and make a difference while building a business that matters? Disclaimer. This video is for educational and informational purposes only. It is not financial advice. Always do your own research and consult qualified professionals before making business or financial decisions. Disclaimer. This video is for educational purposes only.